as a service, and I believe for us as a nation, to pay homage to our colleagues who paid the highest price during their service to our beloved country. The task this morning is to introduce the Minister of Police, Honorable Mtetwa, who will be giving us a message. The Minister of Police and all other national ministers, your appearance together with that of MECs and other dignitaries that are here today are treasured, are really treasured. They are a treasured endorsement of the support to the South African Police Service. And indeed, on behalf of all the members, I would like to say we truly appreciate that. Because a moment such as this one is a moment that goes deep into our hearts, that questions our strength, and your present Minister and all those that are here to give us support is much treasured. On behalf of my management, we are forever grateful for this support and the kind thoughts that are extended to this very, very, very tough and deserving responsibility that we have to meet to the nation. I'm also grateful and respectful to representatives of business, the community policing forums, religious leaders who have joined us here today, unions that are always supporting us, and all other stakeholders that have joined us here today. It is one of those heavy days that we have to endure each year. I also want to extend our very sincere gratitude as members for our government for setting us aside officially a day such as this one, so that we can stop, pause, and reflect on the challenges of the service. But above all, that we can together as members bow our heads to honor our members who have paid the ultimate price. To the colleagues, to the family, to friends and relatives of our fallen colleagues, I want to say to you that although we cannot bring them back, we, as the members of the service, wish to let you know that forever and a day, you shall remain part of us, you shall remain family, and this slightest and smallest gratitude we can give, we shall do so. To you, would like to say they were brave. They are heroes in our hearts forever and a day. I take this opportunity to welcome you all here today. We shall hold hands to comfort one another on this sorrowful day. As I close, I want to say to the members of the family, our heartfelt thoughts go to you today. We continue to extend our thoughts to the colleagues of these members that are fallen, because we know that they are also affected by this loss. To the nation, I'd like to say on behalf of my members, we continue to be committed to serving this nation, and we shall do so with the necessary gusto, zeal, commitment, and passion. I thank you all.
Thank you, General. The Tshwane Band, under the baton of Lieutenant Colonel Peterson, will now render a musical item, a hymn to the fallen. Colonel. Thank you, Colonel. Thank you, Tshwane Band. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now render a tribute to the deceased. For the duration of the tribute, all those present are requested to rise. Only commissioned officers in uniform must salute for the duration of the last post. While the last post is played, the national flag will be lowered to half-mast. This will be followed by 2 minutes of silence, after which the reveille will be sounded and the national flag hoisted again. Commissioned officers on parade are requested to salute on the command and count of the parade commander. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the tribute. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may be seated. The guard of honor will now be marched in under the command of Warrant Officer Espach. Guests are requested to remain seated during the march in. During this time, the SAPS Air Wing will do the fly past. Warrant Officer Espach. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed with the wreath-laying ceremony. I call on the Minister of Police, Mr. Nadim Tetwa, to lay his wreath on behalf of the Ministry of Police. Minister. I call on the Deputy Minister of Police, Ms. Makgotso Sochu, to lay her wreath on behalf of the South African Police Service men and women who died in the execution of their duties. Deputy Minister. I call on the National Commissioner of the South African Police Service, General Wreath, to lay a wreath on behalf of the South African Police Service. General. Ladies and gentlemen, the families, other dignitaries, colleagues and friends of the deceased are now afforded the opportunity to lay their wreath to honor the employees, the police employees who sacrificed their lives to protect the citizens of South Africa. Please approach the memorial through the guard of honor. We request that for the sake of giving everyone the opportunity, you only lay your wreath and leave the memorial area. You will be afforded the opportunity to view the nameplates after the event. Flowers will be available at the memorial. Personnel of the South African Police Service, employee health and wellness who are professionals from social work services, psychological services, spiritual services, and quality of work life will be available to render support. During the ceremony, all the names of the deceased will be read by Reverend Mexico. Reverend.
I'm joined by Ashrina Jadu, one of the 78 family members who are here today to commemorate this event, obviously, and to pay respect and honor the fallen heroes who have lost their lives in the line of duty. And now you are part of the family members who are here to obviously respect your loved ones and also commemorate this beautiful day here today. Now tell us, who was your husband and what are you bringing here today and what is it that you remember him by?
My husband was Discharged. He was a policeman that was shot in Howick while attending to a ATM bombing call out. I believe he was a hero, and this is such a beautiful tribute to him and to the other officers that have died in the line of duty.
Now, you obviously widowed by the events that claimed his life. Where has that left you?
I'm totally lost. It's not yet 10 months for my husband, but every day is still a journey for me. Every day I'm still trying to pick myself up. But events like this show me that he died a hero, and I'm grateful for this.
And do you feel that your husband got the needed support for him to obviously execute his duty as he wanted to as a police officer serving this country?
Yes, I do. I think so, yes.
And is there anything else that you would want the South African police to continue doing for the other members who are still serving in the force?
Events like this, they show such support for the family members, and events like this to show that they will always be remembered, to show that their bravery doesn't go unnoticed. It's events like this that make us feel like his death was not in vain.
Thank you. And there we are. We were joined by Ashrina Jadu, one of the widows of the 78 members who will be remembered today here at this event.
CS Global Warrant Officer.
Yes.
H.A. Maset. Warrant Officer. N.E. Makuba. Warrant Officer. Service Sergeant J.M. Mzizi, Constable X. Soman, Warrant Officer S.E. Nozaza, Constable S.E.G. Tele, Constable L. Sonjani, Lieutenant S.R. Rushaba, Reservist Warrant Officer D.V.M. Ramatsitsi, Warrant Officer S.R. Libaku, Warrant Officer H.D. Munene, Constable I. Rangani, Warrant Officer M.J.P. Mwachi, Constable P.D. Chakela, Constable M.A. Mdlalose, Warrant Officer Z.N. Mfanekiso, Constable M.G. Matro, Warrant Officer M.E. Kaba, Compton Timo Yikalanga.
The ceremony continues here at the Union Buildings as we commemorate the South African heroes who have fallen in the line of duty. We have seen the Minister of Police, Nathi Mthethwa, also paying respect to the heroes, and he was followed by the National Police Commissioner, General Ria Piecha. And as we speak right now, it's time for the families, 78 of them, of course, paying their respect and honoring their family members. 78, as we know, 78 police officers in South Africa this year have died in the line of duty, and the ceremony continues. And another important element is that the President of South Africa had to also attend this commemoration, but due to his tight schedule and other commitments, he was unable to be here. But nevertheless, the ceremony continues, and as you can see, the family members are going to the podium in their time, obviously paying their last respect to their loved ones. And let's continue with the program as it is right now. The South African police has come under intense scrutiny since the Marikana incident last August and the death of taxi driver Medio Marsha, who died and was dragged behind a police van near Johannesburg. During his Human Rights Day address earlier this year, President Jacob Zuma reaffirmed the government's determination to build a police service that respects the rights of all. He said that there have been some regrettable, shocking and unacceptable incidents involving the police since the last Human Rights Day commemoration.
Sergeant G.M. Lorenzo,
marks a centenary of its existence. The period since its establishment in 1913 until 1994 is marked by state-sanctioned cruelty and brutality by the police. Today, we are happy that each year statistics indicate a reduction in serious crime. Crimes against women and children remain a serious problem, but statistics prove that the perpetrators are being caught and punished. We trust that this will act as a deterrent. At the same time, there have been some regrettable, shocking, and unacceptable incidents involving the South African Police Service. These include the Marikana tragedy and other cases of police brutality against suspects. Government has taken action on both. There is a commission probing the Marikana incident, and we will not comment much on this one at this stage until the findings. The law is taking its course with regards to the other incidents. However, these incidents should not make us condemn our entire police service, which comprises 200,000 men and women, as being brutal. The overwhelming majority fight crime within the confines and discipline of the Constitution, and we applaud them for that.
We request that all guests and members take their seats so that we can proceed with our program, please. The guard of honor will now be marched off. Warrant Officer Espach.
Left and right, and 1, 2, 3, left. Facing but left, quick march.
Left, right, 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 left.
We saw very emotional scenes here at the Union Buildings where family members are paying their respect to their loved ones and honoring them, but obviously reminiscing about their loss as it cuts deep, because it's really just reminding them of the horrible deeds that have robbed them of their loved ones. And the ceremonies are continuing here. We have just completed the laying of wreath ceremony to honor the fallen heroes who have died in the line of duty. We're here at the Union Buildings in Pretoria as the ceremony continues. We spoke to a couple of experts who have highlighted earlier that the killing of police officers in South Africa is really just a big problem. And the emotional scenes that we have seen being displayed by the family members that are here is really alluding to that big problem. And some of them have called for And as we're seeing the Minister of Police walking towards the podium, he'll also be talking about this concern that is really ripping the country apart. And he did say earlier that it is important that the men and women in blue who always put their lives in line to protect the country's citizens are also protected.
The Deputy Minister of Police, Ms. Soju, all MECs here present, the National Commissioner of Police, General Pierre, member of the Portfolio Committee, Mayor Mulebatse, Directors General of State Security, Defense, GCIS and SARS, heads of IPID, Civilian Secretariat for Police and SIRA, Lieutenant Generals, senior officers and staff of SAPS here present, leaders from different interfaith organizations, Chairperson of SAPS Education Trust, Father S. Mkajwa, board members of SAPS Education Trust, representative of labor movement, POP Crew and SAPU, representatives from Pre-Media, Power, Shout South Africa, Microsoft and Icon, representatives from various community policing fora, the most important families, relatives, friends, and colleagues of our fallen heroes and heroines, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, fellow South Africans. Memory is a weapon. People who know their history are more empowered to embrace the present and proceed into the future. At the same time, keeping a memory alive through the young is another means of ensuring that the forefathers of the nation, their ideals and vision, continues to live even when they have passed on. They died serving and protecting us. Without them, we are left weaker. Every year, we converge at this memorial site together as a nation to remember our departed heroes and heroines. These are our friends, our colleagues, our fathers, they are our mothers. They are brothers, they are sisters, they are aunts and uncles who have passed on in the line of duty, serving the nation. We observe this important day because although they are gone, their contributions will never and must never be forgotten. Former American jurist who served as an Associate Justice of Supreme Court of the United States, Oliver Wendell Holmes, once said, and I quote, "So to the indifferent inquirer who asks why Memorial Day is kept up, we may answer, it celebrates and solemnly reaffirms from year to year a national act of enthusiasm and faith. It embodies in the most impressive form our belief that to act with enthusiasm and faith is the condition of acting greatly." Close quote. Fellow South Africans, today we are commemorating 76 police officers who were killed in line of duty from the 1st of April 2012 to the 31st of March 2013. And this is not just statistics. These are human beings. And these are the people who had vowed and made an oath to protect our nation. Indeed, gathering at this memorial site and joined by millions of South Africans is never a pleasant occasion. However, we recognize that this is a duty that must be accorded to these gallant warriors who served, worked to preserve and upheld the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. The killing of our police officers is detrimental to our democracy and a threat to our country's stability and prosperity. Being a police officer is naturally accompanied with a lot of elements of danger, but that can never justify the violence perpetuated and perpetrated against our men and women in blue. In July 2011, we convened a summit against attacks on the police killings, where we invited and engaged a broad spectrum of stakeholders, most of whom are here today. In essence, the objective was to seek solutions from across all sectors of society on what is needed to be done to eradicate these attacks and killings. Various proactive and preventative measures were developed and are currently being implemented. These interventions included conducting of a literature review to identify challenges to inform the development of proactive preventative measures. The police management have also begun with the development of an information management framework to ensure accurate reporting, capturing, analysis, and monitoring of all incidents, which include attacks, murders, vehicle accidents, and suicides of police officers.
All right, now we have breaking news. It's been announced that Nelson Mandela, former president of South Africa, might have been discharged from hospital. But we have the presidency spokesperson to confirm these reports, Mr. Meg Maharaj, on the line. Hello, Mr. Meg Maharaj.
Good morning to you and to your listeners.
Good morning. So when was former President Nelson Mandela discharged from hospital?
Former President Nelson Mandela has this morning, Sunday, the 1st of September, been discharged from the Pretoria hospital, where he has been receiving treatment. We would like to wish him all the best as he continues his recovery at his Johannesburg home. Madiba's condition remains critical and is at times unstable. Nevertheless, his team of doctors are convinced that he will receive the same level of intensive care at his Houghton home that he received in Pretoria. His home has been reconfigured to allow him to receive intensive care there. The healthcare personnel providing care at his home are the very same who provided care to him in hospital. If there are health conditions that warrant another admission to hospital in the future, this will be done. During his stay in hospital from the 8th of June, the condition of our former president vacillated between serious to critical and at times unstable. He has received full medical support and continues to do so. He has also received visits from family, friends, and colleagues. Despite the difficulties imposed by his various illnesses, he has always displayed immense grace and fortitude. Madiba has been treated by a large medical team from the military, academia, private sector, and other public health spheres. We thank all the health professionals at the hospital for their dedication. Most media have also been notably responsible, and we thank them also for the maturity and understanding that all have in general displayed. And we now call on all to allow the former president and his family the necessary private space so that his continuing care can proceed with dignity and without unnecessary intrusion.
All right, that was Meg Maharaj. Thank you so much for that feedback.
Thank you.
The spokesperson from the presidency. All right. Former President Nelson Mandela remains in a critical condition, but we've just heard right now from our breaking news that he is back at home, and the doctors confirmed that they will do their best to care for him at home. But for now, though, we're going back to the SAPS Commemoration Day held in Pretoria.
Members deceased in the line of duty. However, we are cognizant that for the trust to be efficient, it will require financial, corporate, training and moral support. Once again, we are making a clarion call and a plea to corporate South Africa, to business fraternity and South Africans from all walks of life to support this trust. We further express our gratitude to those organizations, institutions and companies that have already made a donation to the trust. At this commemorative event today, we are also joined by some of the first beneficiaries. We are confident that the trust will grow from strength to strength and benefit many of our departed members' children. We felt it is important to share with the nation some of these programs that are aimed at prevention and reduction of police killings, but also reiterate the call that police rely on the support of the communities to be effective in fulfilling their mandate of crime prevention and solving of incidents of crime. Despite the challenges that we still face as a country in dealing with crime, we can be bold in stating a lot of good work is being done in all areas of crime reduction programs. As we conclude this commemoration and depart to our different destinations, let this occasion serve as a reminder of the difficult duty of policing in South Africa. We have a duty to remember these gallant heroes whose selfless struggle and commitment can never be questioned or measured. They went beyond their normal call of duty. When the call was made to say, "Who shall we send?" they raised their hands and said, "We are here, send us." Our society, together with its governance institutions, must engage in a concerted and sustained effort to end the senseless killing of police officers. The creation of a safe and secure South Africa is a central aspect of the national effort to ensure lasting peace, justice, development for our country, all its people, and future generations. We may never be able to bring back to life these unsung heroes and heroines, but shall ensure that their passing on is not in vain. Through force of example, we must demonstrate our conviction of working towards a safer South Africa. With their untimely departure, it is left up to all of us, government and the broader society, to carry forward the cause of which they championed, which is to ensure that South Africans are and feel safe. I would like to close these words. I would like to close with the words from William Penn, an English philosopher, who once said, and I quote, "They that love beyond the world cannot be separated. Death cannot kill what never dies, nor can spirits ever be divided that love and live in the same divine principle. The root and record of their friendship. Death is but crossing the world, as friends cross seas. They live in one another still." And I thank you.
Indeed, Minister, the contribution of the deceased police members shall never be forgotten. They went beyond their call of duty, and their passing shall never be in vain. Thank you, Minister. The Deputy Minister of Police will now render a vote of thanks. Deputy Minister.
There must be a difference. This one is a little bit shorter. Thank you very much, Program Director. To Minister of Police, Honorable Mthethwa, MECs present here, General Piecha, and all members of the South African Police Service, MPs who are here, all our visitors, Kidumedise, Ndibulise, Nabafelwa, Dithi siyavuya ngobukho benu apha. Rethabela butemba lona mona. The month of September is very important for the moral regeneration of the South African nation. As the Heritage Month, we ought to have a right to rebuild the nation with all the wisdom, saying such as this, I quote, "A society that does not care about the well-being of its children is a society without a future," close quote. As we commemorate our fallen heroes and heroines, men and women in blue, the South African leadership is also saying, I quote, "A society that does not care about the well-being of its police officers is a society without a safe future," close quote. On the occasions such as this, we urge the nation and all who are present here today to take a moment and reflect on the difficult task facing our police officers, as alluded to by Minister Mthethwa. As government, we get aggrieved each and every time we lose a police officer, for the nation gets robbed of a piece of its safe future each time. When a police officer is unexpectedly taken away from us through natural causes of death, we admit and try to understand. But when a police officers get taken away from us through senseless, irresponsible, and cowardice criminal acts, it causes unbearable pain, not only for the family, but also for government. That is why, as government, we reiterate that we will not be derailed by these cowardly acts of violence against our men and women in blue. The least we can do as the whole nation to repay the service of the police officers who died protecting the democratic and the constitution of this country is to appreciate and be vocal when the men and women in blue have done well, and to hold them accountable when they have erred through the right channel, that is through structures like the iPod. With these words, the Ministry of Police and government as a whole would like to acknowledge those individuals and agencies who have so far contributed and played a critical role in ensuring that the orphans of the fallen heroes and heroines are being looked after through supporting the South African Police Service Education Trust and other educational support initiatives, as alluded to by the Minister of Police earlier. We also would like to thank MassMart, in particular, Tracker, for your bursary schemes and school stationaries awarded to the orphans of the fallen heroes and heroines. These initiatives are some of the best tributes to the unsung heroes who dedicated their lives to fight criminals. Unsung heroes who work towards a secure and peaceful South Africa. Today we are saying to you, you are the special ones. For to be a police officer is a special calling and not just any other career or any other job. As we commemorate the lives of our fallen heroes and heroines, the government wishes to say a big thank you to all the families of our fallen police officers. Thank you for having allowed and blessed the nation with these heroes and heroines. We shall forever be grateful. May their spirit rest in peace. Indeed, you kill a police officer, you kill the nation. Bomme, bontate, bana, baretsana, ba utlwileng bohloko, modimo wa kgotso o tla dula a ntse a le bapaletse. Uthixo onenceba uzawuhlala enani. God sal altyd met julle bly. Baie dankie.
Thank you, Deputy Minister.
I have forgotten.
The National Anthem will now be played by a Tswane band. The South African Police Service head office choir will lead us in song. All those present are requested to rise, and all members in uniform must salute on the command and count of the parade commander. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the National Anthem.
National salute! Salute, hands! Hands!
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may be seated.
And that's the family members that are here, and the South African Police ending the National Anthem here at the Union Buildings in Pretoria, where we draw to an end as we honoured the National Police Service, the National Police who died in the line of duty. We heard the Minister of Police making a call to all South Africans to help combat police killings in the country, and also become the eyes and ears of the police and make sure that they report all incidents which they know of people who have been linked to killing police in the country. He also expressed his gratitude to the continued effort by the women and men in blue for making sure that South Africa remains a crime-free country, and he also extended his message of hope to the 78 families that are here. We thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
You're watching SABC News. I'm Laurette Morgan, and you can join me every weekday between 10 and 12:30 for AM News.
I am excited for the first time. I'm not only going to wait for 7 o'clock news or 6 o'clock news.